Hi there, it is Kathy and Patti from the Real Entrepreneur Show, and we got a question for you. Do you ever have a one-night stand? I haven't.
This year.
Okay, I may be wearing black, but the girl in blue has a story to tell.
Oh God, is my face ever red?
You see, I'm a relationship kind of girl.
So am I. I mean, that's what selling to me is all about. It's about the relationship. But it is like dating. There are some one-night stand players out there, isn't there?
There are. And this is, the difference between, the transactional sale, right, in your business, and the BBF.
The BBF, what I call the best business friend. We have enough BFFs, right? The best friends forever, which she is. She is.
Like it's so difficult to figure out.
She is.
Doing a show is kind of like a marriage. That's all we're going to say.
That's right. So we have enough best friends forever, but what we want in our business colleagues and clients is the best BBF, the best business friend, because we want to have that kind of friendship. Yeah. Because if you're in a transactional sales, it's like a one night stand where it's okay. I see you now. Buy my stuff. See, I don't want to see you again.
Yeah,
it's just a one hit wonder. It's kind of like I win, you might win. I don't care. But the BBF, the best business friend, it's kind of like you have this friendship where you go. So where are you going on holidays? Are your kids? You know, you really care about the other person, but you don't have to be like going out and being like this, sharing secrets.
Yeah. What was that other example?
Really hearing about their one-night stands, No.
That's
we're not going there.
Another time.
PG rated.
We may not film it. We
or
might.
X rated, sorry.
This is a story.
Yes.
But it's that model of the what was
the timeshare.
Yeah, the timeshare kind of model, right?
Have you ever been on a holiday somewhere and they say, hey, you can have these free bottles of booze or a free meal, you can come for a weekend, it's really cheap, but you have to sit through a 2-hour presentation. And they take you on a tour and they fill and if you don't buy that at that time, they never want to hear you again. They don't put you on a mailing list. They don't give you, just that one time. It's a deal, and like it's and it's you're really pressured into signing because it's such a great deal. But you're tied into something for 10 to 20 years.
Yeah,
it's a big decision.
Exactly. So what we're really saying about this is think about, there are times when, you will have a transaction, right? You will have, a shop page on your website and people can buy product and that kind of thing. But this kind of harkens back to the other episode we did recently about, looking at relationships and, how you're going to develop a long-term kind of a situation, and that's what you want to do, and that it's going to go through different levels, and you're going to have times when, it's just going to be, a sale, some sort of an exchange. But you want to develop, we were talking about going deep, in the other episode, and how when you're nailing ideal client, you really want to nail that, and then you can go deep and have some of those other exchanges and create other products. So that might seem transactional, some of that, but the piece around a relationship is that it's
long term. Yeah, it's not a one night stand, and that goes for business relationships as much as those other ones.
Yes.
And it's all the thing is that if somebody comes to your site and they buy your book and they read your book and they go, oh, I really want more, and they come back, and that's the start of the relationship. It's kind of like you giving them, maybe you give a free ebook out, and that's like you're sending them flowers, you're sending them chocolates, you're sending them an ebook. In business, it's information that's how we get paid, is by the transfer of information. Yeah. Fair exchange of value for money. So you got to seduce people sometimes a little bit, even in business. You don't rush it. When people come, they connect with you on LinkedIn. They go, "Hey, buy my stuff." It's like, "Hey, woo, woo, woo." Hey, I get to seduce me a little. Come on.
I was even at a business organization meeting that I belong to, and this person who hadn't been there for a while was there, and just like deluging, handing out her cards like there was no tomorrow, and had several different versions with different interesting things on the back. And I was just completely taken aback.
That is the worst. Like when somebody gives you a handful of cards, oh, and I do this, and I do this, and I do this, and oh, you're a jack of all trades. I've just been looking for one of those.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it was, I hate to say, like such a turnoff.
I know.
And I was, not on my guard necessarily, but, maybe not the best expression, but certainly guarded, as far as what I really wanted. It was just like, way too soon. You know, the big mucky wet kiss over
Ew.
the coffee date. You know,
oh my
like,
God, yes. No, that doesn't work at all. So I guess, you know, if you're in e-commerce, you might be in a transactional sale situation that's usually low value, and it's, you know, you're not having people come back. It's not a consumable good. But even if so, if you're even in e-commerce where you're selling consumable goods where you want people to come back, you're in the relationship game. So beware that you're not using pressure tactics. If you want long-term loyalty, you have to treat them with respect.
I think this is the really important piece is you are always, essentially in your business, you're always on. You know, you need to be aware of how you're being seen, how you're being read and interpreted, whether it's in person, online, in your copy. You know, you're always putting a certain face out there and a certain presentation. And you want it to read sincerely as a relationship kind of a vibe, you know, that you're somebody who's in it for the long term.
Today, Helen, who's a mutual friend of ours, and she also is a writer, but more for accountants, and she wrote about, everybody has an About Us page. For her accountant that she wrote some web copy for, she wrote about you and the kind of clients that they want to work with, which I thought was quite brilliant.
Yes.
They only want, so it's accountants, so they only want to work with clients who are willing to pay the exact legal tax that they have to, but not a cent more. But they want clients with integrity, and that's really important.
Yes.
To come across that way.
I love that idea. And another organization that we belong to, and CAPS, which is the Canadian Association of Professional Speakers, Adrian Davis, on his site has exactly the same thing. He has amazing speaker, and his company, he has an About Us and an About You. And he goes through the same thing. And it's a really great idea, you know, in terms of setting, what a brilliant tip.
It's like a self-selection of like, if you get there and you go, hey, do I fit into their category? It's, you know, it's like, oh, this looks interesting, but am I one of her?
And it's irresistible not to click on that page. When it says About You, I mean, my goodness, right? You want to know, it's like your horoscope.
Yeah.
You know?
I've really morphed this topic off of transactional sales, but
you know what it is? It's about how you present and how you want to be understood and how you do want to build the relationships.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So,
that's right.
You know,
so it goes,
that's very much a build relationships piece,
that's right.
but on a website, which of course intrigues me as a writer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But I thought that was brilliant. I just like was so impressed because they're really looking specific. So it's all about the relationship. No more one night stands.
Well, none for me. Or
don't
haven't been any.
Don't knock them until you try them.
Okay, on that note, we're going to pull down the blind, and we will see you next time.
It's Friday night.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.